Yo, what's up guys? This is going to be a Worldlines 2 guide, traitless. Worldline 2 is where you get the final Evo items to evolve Sid. The team is Senku. I've got gold 3. You probably don't need gold 3, but gold 3 is helpful. Get gold 3. Everything else traitless. I'm using study just because it doesn't give me any buffs. Triple S stats on all my damaging units, so Yuta, Judar and Rudo. The only upgrade you can make this team, which I didn't include because not everyone's going to have it, is if you have Alucard, use him instead of Judar. The reason I say Alucard is because as you can see, we're on step 6 right now, which is do Worldlines 2. We're on step 6, so you should have done step 5 and gotten Sid. And if you see, in the Sid stage, you get these Vampire Castle portals. They're a 50% chance. And in these portals, it is a 1% chance to drop Alucard. If you have a lot of these portals, so if you did a lot of runs to get your Sid, maybe you did it overnight, definitely macro those portals and try and get Alucard, because he just makes this a lot easier. Because the boss does regen. It's possible without Alucard, but Alucard just makes it quicker and easier. If you have the portals, go for Alucard and use Alucard. Alright, we're in the Worldlines now. To set this up, when you load in, open your unit manager and then let yourself die so you have the end screen here, so that when you start the macro you have the retry button. I'm using informaltask for this macro. If you don't have informaltask, then just watch my last video. I show you how to set it up. I saw some people commenting that the webhook wasn't working, so I'll just say this here. When you put this link in, there's a save button at the bottom. Make sure you save the link and it should work unless you've messed up something in the Discord side. Also turn on start in icon only mode because it'll make it this smaller version. If you don't have it, it'll be like this, which is just annoying. So for your own good, close that. Then we'll start the macro. Control R to record, retry, start. Okay, this boss was changed. He used to work differently, but now every 10 waves he'll do a nuke, which does damage to your units, and there is a chance, I'm not sure what the chance is, but there is a chance that he'll nuke the whole entire map. So he'll nuke your farms, he'll nuke your Robin, your Idol, everything. So that's why we have the unit manager open, is every single one wave after each 10th wave, because he nukes on the 10th wave every single time, and the nuke kills everything within like the wave after that. So on wave 11 here, because he'll nuke here and he'll probably kill the Rudos. You'll see that in a second. We're not going to place a Robin because of that. See, if he'd done a full map nuke, it would have killed those two. So what we're going to do is sell all units and place them again, upgrade them, and then we'll upgrade our Robin because we should be able to now. We'll place some Judars up here just to not let anything leak. I'll wait a second, I'll upgrade again just in case I don't get that. Okay. Now the Judars should clean up a little bit. Place our units closer down here just so they can actually do some damage to the boss. And then wave 21, we're going to sell everything again and place all, which is really annoying, but we have to do it because if he does nuke the whole map, we're just cooked. See? So we'll sell all units, place these 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then Robin, just click here. Place that, place our Rudos, our Judars, and Utas. And then we'll wait, and then on wave 31, we're going to do the same thing again. Okay, it's wave 31, so we're going to sell all. Even if you don't need to, you kind of have to do this, just because if you don't, and it does kill everything, then you're cooked. So it's annoying, but you have to do it. Max out, place our units again. And we're just kind of doing this up until wave 50. Because the game will just stop at wave 50 there and then he won't nuke anymore. He does one more nuke at wave 50, but he doesn't do it on wave 50, he waits a bit, and I don't know why, but he waits a bit, so you're going to need to probably be watching your unit's HP to see when he actually does pop that nuke. Okay, there's the nuke again. We'll sell everything on wave 41, just in case he does it late. Sell all, place again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Probably don't need to be upgrading your farms there. So when you get to like wave 30, you can probably just go with just upgrading the Robin, and you'll be fine. So let's do this. And now we wait for wave 50 when he nukes again. I'll click on a unit so that I can see their health so that when wave 50 hits, even if it doesn't kill my damaging units, I'll be able to see if it's done the nuke. Okay, I think it did it early there. So I'll sell all in a second. I'll wait. I'll leave it. I'll leave it for a second, and then let's just do it. Let's just do it now. And then at this point, we probably don't need to upgrade farms, so I'll just click this and upgrade, place all my stuff again. Judars, Rudos, and Yuta. And at this point, done all of his nukes, so I'm going to pop Yuta's nuke just to clean out some enemies and do some damage to the boss. And with Rudo just stunning and slowing, he shouldn't leave the range. Like, even though he's regening, he should just die. And once he's done that, we'll finish the macro. If you have Alucard, he will die a lot faster. So if you're struggling with this, I would recommend just getting Alucard and then replace your Judar, because Alucard just makes this go so much faster. Like, he'd be dead by now easily. So I'll just speed this up until we're done, and then that's the guide. I'm going to quickly sell all my units just so I can place them further up in case we get to this point where it's taken a while to kill him. So I'll do this and then replace my units just a lot further up. And when this is done, leave it for like a solid, I don't know, 30 seconds. Like, even once you kill the boss, just leave it for a while, because it's going to be inconsistent. Like, if at times he does do the full nuke and then he kills all the stuff, but in your macro run he doesn't kill all, like some things might like go off balance a little bit and be timed wrong. So just make sure you're taking all the precautions you can, because it's I think 2% drop for one of the items, so you're going to need to macro this a lot. And if it's going to keep breaking, that's going to be annoying for you. So I'm going to leave this here for a second, or I would leave this here for a second if I was setting up the macro. I'm not going to, because I'm just recording for a video. But if you're recording, just leave that there for like maybe 30 seconds. Just give it a bunch of time so that it can definitely work, and then it'll retry and start going. So that's the guide.